Yeah, that one like it.
You love and you really know everything used to matter. It don't matter no more. Like my money or my car, you can have it all. Flowers, calling candy. Said I'm fortunate to have you, girl. I want you to know I really adore you. All my people to know what's going on. Look at your mate. And we sing my song. Tell her I'm your man.
You're my girl. I'm gonna tell it
To the whole wide world.
Let me say I'm your
girl. You're my man. Promise to love you the best I can.
I'm just fitting. Yeah, I'm just fitting. I'm just fitting. This shit have been on my mind for quite some time. I gotta put the shit on the line. I'm just fitting. Yeah, I'm just fitting.
Welcome.
I'm saying, what the fuck, nigga? Action.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
crazy,
Welcome
man.
all the way to welcome back.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
If you ever know, welcome to Dropping Dymes.
Yeah.
My name is Byron.
I'm Wallace, baby.
I'm Brandon.
And yeah, we dropping dimes.
Are we?
Listen, I feel
That
like we
nigga
are.
drinking wine
I
tonight.
feel like we are. I feel like you about to drop. Yeah, I feel like you really about to
Put
let
that
it go
pinky
tonight.
up, man.
I feel like you about to have some. You about to have
You
some,
may
Oh, I'm
want
be
some of that
sleep.
shit,
some real insightful.
I'm gonna try to
intake.
keep it contained.
Some real insightful takes on this subject.
This
today.
man got my shirt on, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, man, you got my shirt on.
I went to put on the blue. I was like,
You got
I
my-
walked back out here to see which one they had on.
Nah, not wearing that one.
They got the same shirt. It
Yeah,
should be.
man.
But yeah, man. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for giving us a little bit of time.
We
a
appreciate
little
it.
bit of your space. We really, really, really do appreciate you.
Truly.
I know we say it a lot, but we can't say it enough for real.
Nope.
For real. Thanks for just letting us talk. Thanks for coming through, listening to us talk, man. And I feel like we've been having some important talks, and
I concur.
I really appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate the feedback.
Appreciate
Even
the
if it ain't-
comments.
Even if it ain't in the comments, I appreciate the feedback. Like, I know people be hitting his inbox,
Yep.
his people. I know people be hitting you at the job, and they talk about the different shit that we be talking about. So we just appreciate the feedback, even if it ain't out for everybody else to see, but we appreciate
I
it.
appreciate everybody that agree with Brandon, man. I love y'all.
What?
I said I appreciate everybody that agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Need them.
Me too. We need people like you.
But we still do need you to tell your auntie, your cousins, your best friends, your neighbors to come through, man. Listen, take a listen, see if it's something worth subscribing to. But even if it ain't, subscribe. We're trying to get to that
man.
1K. We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers.
Look, if it's not worth nothing, let us know what you think we can add to make it worth something. We all about growth around here, so
There you go. We all
whatever
about
you
growth.
got, we with it
Like, even when y'all tell us stuff and it hurt, because that's how growth usually feel.
for
It's
sure.
gonna hurt, but we just appreciate you letting us know, because we want to continue to get better. So we appreciate you coming through, sharing this time with us. Again, just letting us talk. Before we go any further, my dog Brandon got that question of the week.
Been looking forward to this, man.
What was your question the other week?
Man, it don't matter. What's your question
I
today?
forgot.
What's the either or?
Mm-hmm.
The either or.
Whether you want to die
Do you want to know when you will die
or how you gonna die?
Okay. I like that. So, I got something kind of similar. Not really, but kind of. All right. So, it's would you rather see the future or change the past?
Ooh.
I think that's tough.
See the future.
Would you rather see the future or change the past?
Change the past.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Can you explain? Yeah.
I mean, if I see the future, it's cool, it's nice, or it's not. But I know some decisions that I wish I would have done differently. I love who I am, but I know those decisions, hindsight is 2020. I know what those decisions could have led me to.
But hindsight is also 2020 with you seeing the future. So you can make the decision on how to move or, like, hey, I might need to go right instead of left.
I say the future is the future.
Let him cook. Go ahead.
The future is the future.
Yeah,
so no matter what I do today, tomorrow, or what's coming, I'm going to end up at that spot.
Okay.
But
no.
That's what the future. That's what seeing the future is.
Yeah. So if you can see the future, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Maybe you can change the future that you're seeing right now. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're trying to say, but I don't agree. I feel like if I see the future, no matter what direction I decide to turn this car, I'm gonna end up at that future.
Nah, hell no.
So you didn't say I'm gonna see one future.
No, or you see the future, right? So right now,
right,
you can see your future, right? On the path that you're going, right? So
right.
If you see that, damn, if I make a left, I'm gonna die. You probably want to make a right. You know what I mean?
But you don't know what turn is what turn. It's gonna lead you to that future. Happening. But you don't know what turn is gonna get you to that future. Are we talking about a space and time, or are we talking about every path that you ever go on? I am.
Go ahead.
I am.
Go ahead. This nigga is too technical for this question. Go ahead. All right.
So, I mean, maybe I need to be taught a little bit because to me, if I see the future, that means I see a moment in time of where I'm gonna end up at. Now, if I see the whole path of the future that my whole life is gonna go down in, maybe yeah. But the way I took the question, if I see a moment in time of where I'm gonna be at, yeah, I'm gonna take what's back there.
Okay.
I want to see the future.
I know you do.
For 500.
Listen, I know the fuck you do.
For me, I'm just not like a big change in my past person anyways. You know, we kind of talked about this before.
Yeah.
So that really don't, changing my past don't really excite me like that. Because if I change something that I feel like was a big thing for me, then I'm not who I am today. So I feel like I'm pretty decent. I feel like I'm getting better. So I see my future. I might be able to, I hate to sound like this, but speed up what could be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Or I see something bad and learn to avoid it. Like I could literally, you know how you see this bad thing happening and you see who might be in the car with you or some shit like that. You like, okay, so just avoid that motherfucker. Right. Say less. So that's how I see it. Not so much going back and changing something, because if I change the wrong thing back there, it could speed up that bad future and make it your right now, if that makes sense. We are talking about some space-time continuum shit. So.
It does.
Yeah. But look, I kind of look at that as like, you know, a couple weeks ago you talked about Final Destination, and it's like they had an epiphany of how they were gonna die.
Right.
But you can make all the decisions of not trying to go away from a piece of rice, but then somehow you still end up next to a piece of rice that kills you. Like, to me, I'm gonna end up, if I'm thinking about future the way I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna end up where I'm gonna end up. Don't matter what decisions I make, what turn I make, whatever.
You can change that is what we're saying, right? The same way you can change your past.
No, we're not saying we can change that. You say you can see that.
You gotta see the future. I can
get
right now,
here and I can tweak it.
Yeah,
but you don't know. You didn't know how you're gonna get here. 10 years ago, you didn't know how you're gonna get here.
But I know where I'm gonna be 10 years from now, right?
But what I'm saying is, 10 years ago, you was in college. Let's say you're in college, and I showed you here today.
Yeah,
you didn't know what turns to make to get you here today.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I don't know how whatever that future is, it's gonna happen. I'm just saying I know some decisions that could have changed my life for after looking back on it, I'm like, I'll take that chance and go change them. Whatever happens is gonna happen.
I'm trying to go play football, man.
But look, but hold on. This is where
this is some other shit.
I used to be that could happen in the future too. I used to be a change the future ass nigga. Change the past always, right? But changing your past for what you may think is better, like you just said with the future, I could be dead right now today. Yeah. So I think I don't want to change the past because I don't really want to fuck nothing up before I even get to where I am now. Right? So I'd rather see the future to try to like, okay, I'm there. Okay. Maybe I could do this and make my future a little bit better.
Are you
That's
pretty
my
comfortable with who you are?
As far as
your 35 years on this earth, who that person has led to be.
Yeah.
So some people in this world aren't.
Yeah.
So do you think they would want to go back and possibly change something in the past, or they want to see what's down the line?
Maybe, I don't know. If I was them, I would want to see what's down the line also, because where you are right now, you can make better in the future. Well, you to go back and change the past, I don't know if I make it to right now, is what I'm saying.
You could tell somebody who's been homeless, who is homeless. It's easy to tell them, like, you can make some decisions down the rest of your life that is going to make you to wherever, but if I've got this habit that created me to be homeless, I can go back and change.
The homeless person can see the lottery number, goddamn, in the future.
No, their future.
Yeah, in their future.
So either way, they're going to get it.
If they can see the lottery number in the future,
they don't need to see it. It's going to come.
They can't see it in the past.
No, but it don't necessarily mean that they saw it. They saw themselves winning it.
Yeah.
They just saw themselves looking at a newspaper that showed the winning lottery.
But to me, I would rather have not. I'd rather have not gone through the homelessness if I knew decisions that I could have changed.
But you don't.
If you can change the past, you can.
If you can change the past, you may not make it to homelessness. You may make it to death before you even get to homelessness.
And I'm cool with taking that chance.
I want to know that I'm alive now and work on the future.
Okay.
But say you go back, change your past, you making $45,000.
Yeah,
because you changed your past, so you're not homeless,
right?
But you're on the borderline of just being poor according to today's standards. If you go to the future, like he was saying, you see them numbers on.
But it's your future. You're gonna win that.
No, it's not necessarily saying that that's your future.
That's what the question is.
You're just in the future.
He said you can see your future.
Okay, so you see your future.
And
your
it's winning the lot. It's winning the lottery.
Your future is you picking up a newspaper
and seeing the winning numbers.
You're looking at it now so that I can go back to my past. I see these numbers. Let's go get these numbers.
But that's not your future.
Exactly. Because now I can tweak my future.
So we doing some back to the future kind of stuff.
Nigga, we're doing whatever comes in our mind.
In the future, nigga, what
there
the
are
fuck
no
is he
rules.
talking about?
Freestyle.
This nigga is crazy.
I just said we
Freestyle,
tricking with the space-time continuum.
I see.
It's no rules with this, bro.
I got you. Well, if that's the case, I want to see the future.
Nah, shut up. Yeah, you stuck in your past, man. As you can see, this wine guy Wallace thinking a little different.
Man, I always
he said he don't want to take shots with us no more.
No.
So salute to the people who take shots with us.
Too strong to the head, man.
Damn, you got another one?
Yeah.
Damn, nigga. Hold on. Shit.
Let me take my sip, my pinky.
I catch you in the future.
What? Yeah.
It's on the floor. But yeah, that was a good question. That was a good.
Let us know what you think, or what would you rather do? Change the past or see the future?
By the time y'all see this, y'all will probably have answered it.
On
our social media. So we're gonna post this. Well, I'm gonna post it, send it to everybody. Would you rather see your future or go back and change something about your past?
I'm actually anxious to see people's perspective on this, because I really think.
Yeah, I want to be alive today while I'm just already alive.
Great.
Change the past.
I want to see. Change
the past. Day one, nigga hit by a bus.
Nigga step outside.
Nigga ain't even make it to right now.
Go on the jacket like this.
But see, look though, you gotta think about it. I've already experienced all of this to right now. So
not if you. Oh Jesus Christ, this nigga.
And I'm going backwards. I've already experienced to this. I'm cool. Now, if I can take another chance.
You think?
No, but I'm saying I made it here, make the decision to go back.
Yeah.
So I got this already.
But so you cool with just making it to 34? You did this.
Well, what I'm saying,
so you want to go back and change and die at 25?
I'll take a chance. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'll take a chance. It's a few decisions in my life. I'll take a chance.
As crazy as that sounds to us, we still respect it because it's Wallace.
Appreciate it, man.
And we're gonna respect y'all answers too.
I can't wait to see them.
Listen, crazy shit. Conversation we had while I was talking about how we talk about black women being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, black women have to be aggressive to navigate the actual world.
Right.
I don't know if y'all saw this young lady was approached by a guy, asked for a phone number. She said, "Nah, I'm good." He picks up a brick, hit her in the face.
Yeah, I
Really?
saw that.
You saw that.
I saw that. I
Man,
saw
y'all
that.
live on the same social media.
Literally picks up a brick, hits her in the fucking face.
That's crazy.
So
Because she wouldn't give him her number.
exactly. So that's why I was saying what I said about women having to walk around essentially with a coat of arms ready for whatever with dudes. Like I said, I had friends who was like, I had to they had to pull their pistol out their purse because a dude, same type shit. Like it used to be a day where, hey, sure, let me holler at you. Let me get your number. She's
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm good. He'd be like, man, fuck you then,
Fuck
bitch.
you, bitch.
And
What
keep-
happened to the good old days?
And you know what I'm saying? That's the sad.
Look, and
Like,
that's you're right.
Even
You're
how
right.
bad that shit
Yeah,
was, how
you're right.
sad that was.
Shit.
They were. I'm sure women would be like, please
do
just
that.
say,
Yeah.
fuck you, bitch, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like, we can keep moving in our opposite
Man.
direction. Our lives never pass. Our paths
Women
never
in the
cross
comments
again.
was like, "That's why I just give my number
Yeah,
anyway."
like, I'll
That's
just
what I
give
was
them
gonna say.
I'll give them my number
Yeah,
and then block
Or
them
give
later.
him a wrong
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
You can't give them a wrong number because they
they'll
call you
it
right in front
then.
of you.
Yeah, and then
Damn,
you really
that's
beat
what
up.
it's like.
Yeah, listen,
That shit crazy.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Shit is wild right now.
Like,
So-
my bad. I put a 4 instead of a 9. My bad.
No, bruh. And then you literally now
Damn,
you're in
that's tough.
like you're damn near in the line of fire at that
Yeah,
point.
that's tough.
So that was why I was saying like we like
I understood you.
we can't call it aggressive when it's really I'm fighting for my life.
I still call it aggressive, but I understand why.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like we call it aggressive, but it's because we haven't made it a place for them to just be soft at all times.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like for lack of a better term, I just don't feel like Caucasian women have to move through the world aggressively.
they choose to be.
Yeah,
It's crazy. They don't even have to be.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like Hispanic women have to necessarily move through the world like that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know
to
they
fight for their lives.
I don't know
what
their
mean?
community.
Like so.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
that
sure
was
they
why-
don't.
That was why I was
Motherfuckers
saying
ain't got to
like,
worry about nothing. They had stop Asian hate, and we should. But
I'm about to say, where you going?
Nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Go ahead, brother.
but I just feel like this was literally, and then what was crazy was like black men went back through her page and was trying to, in my opinion, trying to justify the shit that happened. Like they was trying
Her
to
getting hit. Really?
They were trying to pull videos from her page
Man,
to
it don't.
essentially like discredit her
It don't matter, bro.
as
She could
like-
be the bitchiest bitch. It don't matter, bro.
bro. I want to say she was gay, but the video that I saw that started getting circulated was one where she was like, we got to protect ourselves. We have to protect each other, women, because black men aren't doing it. And like, let's go out and enjoy ourselves and enjoy being black women together. And let's do what we do and have fun together because black men aren't doing what we, you know what I'm saying, what we need. And it was crazy because they're trying to use that to say, this is why this shit happened to you. You're literally just showing why she said what she said.
Right.
And then she, like, when she made the video, she had just got hit with the brick. She made a
Yeah.
video and she was like, all these motherfuckers just stood out here and watched this nigga hit me with a brick and they let him get in his car and leave. And I understand what she's saying. Like,
So maybe the word isn't aggressive, it's on guard.
yeah.
It's a walking defensiveness.
But the thing is, we've allowed other people to label it aggressive, and then we've just continued that on with that rhetoric.
I think it's how you I guess interpret the word. Because me, aggressive is just the presence, but I hear the negative connotation of an aggressive black woman.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I can take on guard in a living defensively because they have to in every
Right.
space. I can work on adjusting my vernacular and saying aggressive because I hear the negative connotation.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just normally just like, this is my presence. I'm aggressive. So it's not necessarily negative. It's just, it is what it is.
But I think it's like you said, if we've negatively attached it to essentially their presence,
Yeah.
like we got to be the ones that change that shit. Like we can't, like because they
To
because
work
the
to
same
change it.
people who started the aggressive for them is the same people that labeled us aggressive too. Like if like how you, all right, prime example. Like when Brandon was like, "Yo, we got pulled over," you was like, "Yeah, nah,
Fuck
I'm
all
good."
this.
You can see my hands.
You do whatever you
because
gotta
didn't
do,
want to be
right?
labeled as what?
That nigga ain't want me to talk.
Yeah, this nigga trying to his brother
Because it could be
making
labeled
jokes,
as
and I'm like, bro, chill out.
because it could be labeled as aggressive.
Yeah.
Like the first time you say, "Yo, why we got pulled over?"
Yep.
They step back, put their hand on their pistol, be like, "Why you getting aggressive?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
They use the shit. They use that word to defend how they decide to treat you after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if it's like, whoa, Tammy, you getting aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now they put her in a box at work of, hey, you can't ask her to do shit when she comes up for a promotion. It's like she get aggressive now. She'll get aggressive if you ask her to do something.
Here goes Tammy again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Wallace in the car, you got pulled over for a reason that you didn't feel like you should have got pulled over for, or whatever reason it is, you don't even know.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, why'd you even pull me over? Whoa, don't get all aggressive.
Right.
Now it's like everything after that is
viewed through that lens.
That lens
Yeah.
of him being aggressive. You could put your hands outside the car. Why'd you smack your hands down the side of the car? Anything at that point becomes aggressive.
Yeah.
So they use that to paint a picture going forward so that we look like shit.
Yeah.
Whether black men or black women.
Yeah.
But the sad thing to me is, I'm not necessarily talking about y'all, but how many other black men have just like, they feel like they're on the same level with these white men. So that I can say and do whatever these white men do. Like, just because you're making a couple dollars don't mean I can trust me. You're not on the level with them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the first day, they feel like your money can be gone.
Yeah.
Take your ass home.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Especially not in a state like Georgia, well, I don't even got to tell you why I'm firing you.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way you walk around this bitch cocky. And that's all it takes.
Sound like a place I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. You walking around here, you pretty cocky, ain't it, my nigga? Today your last day.
Man.
Can you turn in your badge?
It's funny because the reason they hire you can be the same reason they fire you.
Exactly.
Because you walked around confident.
You walk around confident.
And then
like your back too straight, you ain't looking down. You
smiling too much.
You ought to be dropping your eyes when I come in your presence. It be all anything. You know what I'm saying?
And then you get fired for being too cocky. The interpretation the same.
Exactly. Literally the same word. It's just now it doesn't fit our narrative.
Yeah.
There's no reason, no matter what a woman do to you, you shouldn't be hitting her with no fucking brick.
A brick. A brick.
Bro.
You see that lady face how it swole up?
I seen it right after it happened. And I saw it in the hospital.
And I'm sure it was hot outside, so that's why she swole up so quick.
Bro, it was a brick. I don't give a damn if it was 0
That's
degrees.
some scientific shit you just said.
What about swelling up quick?
Because it's hot.
Bro, I
Fuck
used
that.
the fucking
A brick. I don't give a damn what the weather was. That bill gonna be that.
Brick. And she was like, what's crazy is she was on her, like, I'm sure it was her adrenaline, probably, but she was on her feet and she was pissed. Like
she was videotaping these niggas.
Yeah,
like,
she was recording these niggas. She was like, all these niggas stood out here and fucking watched me.
Because I wouldn't give him my number.
And nobody stopped this dude.
Yeah. And she probably was a flip mouth. I don't know her, but no matter how she reacted.
It's words, brother.
You don't, like, bro, come on. But, there's plenty of fuck niggas out here.
It is.
That, that do that, so.
And that kind of go into what our topic was today.
Yeah.
Dealing with frustration and dealing with, like, I don't want to say disrespect because we kind of been down that road before. But I think dealing with frustration is different.
Yeah.
Because it may not even have anything to do with disrespect.
Yeah.
Sometimes frustration is right at your house. Frustration could be at fucking Chick-fil-A.
Trying to teach a kid how to read.
Exactly. Get frustrated. And we see people joke about that all the time, especially with math.
That's it,
right?
real, man.
This new math.
They be like, if Johnny got 4 apples.
Man, listen.
And you be like, man, I get it. Because
how many apples does Johnny have?
Right. You either been through it or you was Johnny. You was the little kid trying to get it at one point. You know what I mean? So, how do we deal with frustration? How are we coping with frustration, especially now, man? Because I feel like these are just my personal thoughts. These ain't the thoughts of Dropping Dimes. But I feel like since the pandemic, since COVID happened, I feel like people don't know how to control their impulses.
I definitely think it's been a spike.
Yeah, I feel like people have just been like whatever pops in their head to do, like they react to that shit. Like that pause or the think this shit out,
Yeah.
like is not happening anymore. I think people are just acting on whatever that first spark is in their head.
Yeah.
They're acting on that impulse.
You think it has anything to do with being like? I know you think it has something to do with COVID, but like when we were in COVID, the only thing that when you order something, it was Amazon. Next day you get it. It was I want to watch something because I got time. I watch it. It was I scroll down my screen and get the dopamine I need whenever I feel like it. It wasn't I gotta wake up in the morning. I gotta go travel an hour to work. I gotta go to work, be focused, come home, give the family some time, be tired, go to sleep, and then maybe find some time to find those dopamine hits.
I think part of it was dealing with the dopamine hits, but I feel like a lot of people who struggle with controlling impulses were kind of tamed because they were a part of everyday society.
Yeah.
Now you're not in what's considered everyday society where you got to make decisions on things like that. You took that everyday practice away. So now you don't know how to control it.
Right.
It's just like muscles, right?
Yeah.
We go to the gym, we lift, we keep that muscle strong, right? Now you can't go to the place where you usually would work those muscles.
That's a great analogy, bro. Because when I see that, it's like I go to the gym and I consistently do bench press. I build my muscles, my strength, my endurance. But if you don't go to the gym for 2 years, you get up under the same
2 weeks, motherfucker.
Right.
But I'm saying,
but now we talk about 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
But look, you get under the same weight that you used to lifting, you're gonna collapse.
So
You're gonna break.
Your reaction is different.
You're gonna break.
Right.
And that's what people to me are doing.
People are breaking.
It's like you got that. You used to have that consistent muscle memory, that teaching, the intricate teaching that you don't even notice is happening, and then you go 2 years of not really having it consistently, and then you get up under the same weight.
So what do y'all think? Like how do you
good, bro?
How are you coping with frustration? How do you cope with
I don't even know how good you are, bro. That's pretty dope.
nigga drinking that wine.
I'm gonna sip to that.
Like, how are you coping with frustration? Like, what do you do to deal with frustration?
In today, I do. I'm gonna say I do a decent job, but it's not necessarily always the right thing. I typically take a step back and try to evaluate why I'm frustrated. Like, why did this frustrate me? And then I try to make a decision after that. Sometimes I need to have a response in the moment or in the near future. And then sometimes, which is typical, I'll be like, it ain't that big and I never touch it. But really sometimes you need to dive into it, have the conversation, have the disagreement. But to me, it's like, I know I'm good by myself, so I'll retreat and go to spaces by myself. I go I go to the gym, I go run. But that's just me dealing with it internally and not necessarily handling the situation. So that's my go-to right now. Is like, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm mad. Why am I mad? Is it that big a deal? I'm straight. And every now and then I'll dive into it and have the conversation that needs to be had. Or sometimes the conversation with me, like people cutting you off on the highway. Like, I can't chase them down and have a conversation. It's just like,
there's a lot of people that do.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I have evolved, and I try to tell my wife that she don't want to hear the shit. But it's like, when I make a move that saves me or us from getting in an accident, and I know they fucked up, I'd be like, damn, bro, you could drive. Like me, I had to change that because I'm like, it don't make no sense to be mad at them.
Right.
For what? I'm like, you could drive. Good job. Avoiding an accident. It was one night, bro, we going around this bend. There's a line of cars behind us, and this car is coming at us, coming on the side of us, trying to pass all the cars. We coming around the bend. I could see this car coming around the corner. it gotta be a head-on collision. I hit the brakes and hit the elbow just enough so that car could squeeze through. I could be pissed at them, but what is that gonna do? Ruin my night?
Right.
Damn, Wallace, you could drive, bro.
Nah, it's
That's
good. You stupid motherfucker. It's okay. I mean, you ain't got to hold on to it, but right then.
But to me, it's like, for what?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I don't know. I ain't good with that. Then.
Yeah, like sometimes that can open the door to like making yourself even more frustrated with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a slippery slope.
I think it's more so knowing when to hold and knowing when to fold, right?
Yeah.
It's clear. There's nothing you can do about this car, but if you have a frustration like you did, you diverted to, hey, nigga, I'm the shit. I could drive. Me, I gotta put out you dumb bitch and just continue my day. Like I'm not thinking about the shit after that. You know what I mean? So that's my way.
And I think
but
that's a cool space too, because that's something that I don't necessarily do the best. Because once I, like you said, open that door to the frustration, the energy.
That nigga at home, I can't believe that bitch cut me off.
Yeah, so I try to just let that shit go. Let it go immediately, because I know I could be one that harbors a grudge.
Yeah.
So I worked on trying to be like, you know what? Is it that big a deal? Let it go as soon as I can.
And it's more so like when you know you can't do shit about it.
That too.
Like if I can't do. It's like arguing with women, right? That's not your girl. For what? I can't beat you up. I can't do, like, what are we talking about?
But then that opens up.
I don't argue with
but that opens up the door. Can you actually change anybody?
I mean,
you can't change nobody.
So
whatever they did, and you can be mad about it. You can punch them in the face. You can't change them.
It ain't necessarily about changing.
No, yeah,
I think sometimes it's about I need you to know my point.
Yeah,
and I know it ain't necessarily the PC thing to do.
Yeah,
or what's right. But at like the
I think it's right in spaces.
In a patriarchal society, especially as us being men, we've learned like we handle things with violence. That's it. That was why my mom didn't let me argue with the girls, because even at a young age, I flared up.
Yeah,
I made myself look bigger than I was. I started talking with my hands. My voice got deeper and louder, and I walked towards people.
Yeah,
and my mom was like, where are you going? And that was like 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you ain't stuttering no more. I know you mad. Like, you pissed.
I'm speaking clearly.
So, right. Nigga speech pattern didn't picked up. You know what I'm saying? So
pick 4 words.
You wanted for me to speak clear, goddamn.
That's the last thing you want. That's the last thing you wanted. So my mom didn't let me take that type of heat to women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, let's nip this in the bud early. You know what I'm saying? So then when I got older, I found my argument to be with other men, and it made sense. Because it was like, I'm usually arguing, let's say sports, right? I'm playing basketball. I don't get a call. I get it talking loud. I flare out. I look bigger. I'm walking towards these niggas. Niggas like, man, get that nigga a call. Because he ready to act up.
Or if it's just a good cussing out. Like, I'm not talking, because what you just said, me and my homeboys, if you was a stranger, you would have just thought, man, these niggas about to kill each other.
Yeah.
Because it's fuck you, bitch, and fuck nigga this, and nigga whatever, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool for us. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't never really gonna be no physical altercation. Yeah. But even with that, right, it's cool. You can do that with men. I can't do that with no woman.
Right.
Like, yeah, so that's why I say it ain't shit I can do to you. So it's easy for me to let it go.
I think, especially for men, I think that's one of the biggest struggles, is because you grew up around men, communicating as a man with men, and then you have to turn around and leave that shit at the door, turn that off, turn that dial down, and communicate in a way that you're not trained to do.
So that, you remember a long time ago, I was like, sometimes men don't necessarily, like, women sometimes get frustrated. Some women get frustrated with some men because we can't reply right back to them.
I see you some and some.
Yeah, because I hate the generalization.
Yeah. I count it.
But some of us have to take a step back and be like, just give me a moment to figure, like, let me get the words.
Right.
Let me get the word, because I want to get them right.
Try to get the words.
Yeah, like let me try to get the words, because if if it get heated quick, it can definitely turn into a
It turned
fuck
into
you.
that.
Yeah, it can
It
definitely
turned
turn
into
yeah. Like fuck you, keep talking. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, now you like, and she like, whoa, Cobra Commander, like nigga, take a breath.
Nigga, Cobra Commander.
But
then she
like,
try to make you feel stupid. Oh, so you gonna hit a woman now?
yeah,
What?
you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? So let me ask y'all this:
Did you answer the question?
like, how do I handle it?
Yeah.
I take a step back, anyways. One, because I'm no matter what the situation, and with most people that I go into a frustrating situation with, if it starts to get to that point where it starts to get loud or some shit like that, I'm gonna always look like the aggressor.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know. I don't even know people's phone number by heart, so I can't go to jail.
Yeah.
I don't know who am I gonna call? My mom?
That's something
She's
to think about.
You know what I'm saying? So like, as men, you're gonna look like the aggressor regardless. But I'm bigger than average, so I always look like the aggressor. Even when it's with other men, I'ma still come off as you know what I'm saying? Like damn near no matter what.
So how do you handle those frustrating, angering moments with a woman, but more so a spouse? Because like we just established, we're not arguing with random women, but like somebody that you have relation with. How do you handle that?
A lot of times, like this is, I don't want to say it's sad, but it kind of is. I remember watching my father go through, like, he'll have situations with my mom, right? And my father's bigger than all of us. And he'll just be like, no, just go ahead, do what you're gonna do, Lord. And my mom be like, what? And he'd be like, just do what you're gonna do. I'll just fix it when you mess it up. And a lot of times saying that was worse.
Yeah.
Because it just, you pissed her off even more. Like, now she gonna hit us. Like, she can't hit him.
Fuck the kids.
Right? But not necessarily just like right in the moment, but that next thing will set her off. You know what I'm saying? And not that my, I don't want y'all to think that my mom was just out here beating us. We weren't little kids either. So if she hit us, we was probably like laugh the shit off, probably more than like us. But like,
She get mad watching that.
but like really, like I watched him learn to like shrug things off real easy. You know what I'm saying? And that was because of his size too. So a lot of shit, like, I just be like,
But so that's something that frustrates you, or that's just something that like
that's kind of how I learned to deal with some of my frustrations. Now, when I was younger, especially dealing in relationships, a lot of times I just let shit go because like I knew it wasn't going to, like, I wasn't in the best place with my communication.
Yeah. You were conscious of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I probably wasn't gonna be able to get my point across without it coming out aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Because when you bring things to people's attention, sometimes they get defensive. Why are you getting defensive about me telling you about how I feel, or about something that's a fact that I saw? You know what I'm saying? Like, but
even if it's not a fact, it's how I'm receiving it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what I'm receiving.
Right. So, and then if that doesn't go off, if that portion of the communication doesn't go well, now I start to get frustrated.
Yeah.
Now is you frustrated by me bringing something to your attention, and now I'm frustrated by you being defensive. So now it's just, we're literally doing this.
Yeah.
So I think when I was younger, I didn't bring things to people's attention, and then that led to the next thing that I was going to ask y'all about: resentment.
But let me answer that about what the
I wanted to know.
Yeah, the people, the women you care about versus the women. It's simply that. Like, I've learned to communicate with people that I care about and that I love, right? Because one, I'm not going to talk to you the same way as I would talk to a man, because I do care about you, right? I do care about what I say. I do love you. So I care about your feelings, right?
So you do give a fuck.
So yeah, about the people that I give a fuck about, right? So that's how I know how to communicate with, within that space or whatever. I go back to, if I don't give a fuck about you, right, I'm probably not gonna deal with you the same way that I would deal with somebody that I do care about.
But
so
are you gonna let off on them?
Huh?
Are you gonna let off on that person?
No, that's why I said. Therefore, it's nothing for us to even argue about with the woman.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna handle you the same way that I'm handling somebody that I love. So, because I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know a middle part. I'm gonna avoid it. Just you got it. I'm not arguing with you because there's nothing that I can do to you.
You gotta fix that light.
With a man,
I'm gonna look light skinned out here.
With a man, it's wherever we take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Excuse me, guys.
I say it's interesting to me because, or it's tough for me because the only people really that frustrate me in my life, like for real, is the women in my life.
So you definitely you're not frustrated by like men don't frustrate you?
They can, yeah. So like Brandon frustrates me sometimes, but like
frustration.
What am
even myself?
Like honestly, like I can't change Brandon. So it's like, what's the point?
But motherfucker, like, you still gonna tell me though, like.
And that's why it's no, like, my emotions don't get tied to it. It's like it don't matter. I can't. The brother's gonna do what the brother's gonna do. But like my wife, my sister, my mother, as much as I love them to death, it's like they know or they frustrate me when they're either not trying to live up to their potential or they're trying to nag me. And then I get frustrated, and then I don't know if I communicate the best, respond the best to them. I feel like anybody else in the world, I can figure this shit out. But with them, it's like they're my trial to prepare me for the world.
So have you tried that whole pause? Because we talked about that before.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm great at it, but I don't come back.
You just walk away.
I just be like,
let it go.
I'm good, and then or can we stop talking? And I'll be out.
So that's
and I got to work on stepping back into it. Yeah.
So that was kind of how I was when I was younger. I probably don't know how to communicate this without it going like berserk.
Right.
So I just wouldn't say anything. Like, and the only thing that made me change, not so much like I ain't go through no program or nothing like that. It was just like I was getting my feelings hurt.
Yeah.
So it was either like you either gonna self-preserve and figure out how to make sure your feelings was good at the end.
Yeah.
Or keep getting your feelings hurt by not saying anything, and they keep
building on top of it.
And then that, like I said, the resentment.
Then you break.
And the break will be like, I'm out.
Yeah, no, that's real, because I actually had that realization. It was probably last year. It was like, bro, you got to stop just accepting whatever they put on the table and just be like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with it. And like impose who you are to the situation, not impose on them, but just bring yourself to the table and stand on, like you say all the time, stand on your shit. And it's not necessarily has to be a hunky-dory conversation, but at least you've put yourself on the table.
Yeah, I got to put it out here so that, because sometimes you're saying it is enough for the other person. They'll be like, oh, I ain't even know you
felt that way. Look, something else we was talking about, I think this weekend, it was like, sometimes, you try to talk around or tiptoe around the conversation. Sometimes that person needs to know your frustration level and how it comes out. It needs to come out that way. Now, I do think if you get it out of hand and you recognize that, you need to be man enough to say, I apologize. I just really needed to get it out.
Yeah.
But sometimes that person, like somebody that I know, if I don't curse, they don't realize that I'm serious.
Yeah. Like
this shit actually means something to me.
Yeah.
I can say it 15 times, but until I say, motherfucker, goddamn.
I told you,
motherfucker, goddamn.
Like with your mama be like, hey, go wash some dishes. Hey, go wash some dishes.
Yeah.
Get your dumb ass up
and go wash them goddamn dishes.
Now, you like, okay, she mean business.
She for real.
She actually means it. Let me go wash the dishes. So, yeah, I think the communication portion of it is huge, especially when we're talking about frustration. And it is even more huge to keep yourself from being emotionally constipated.
Yeah. You gotta let it out
You
sometimes.
got to let it out, because if not, like and you could be,
Ooh,
man,
that's
I'm trying
uncomfortable.
to spare somebody
I
feeling.
said that's
I'm trying
uncomfortable.
to spare this. I'm trying to spare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you holding it in. You telling everybody else around you, but not telling the
But you
person
can't go.
who
Yeah.
you're dealing with, who is dealing with. You find yourself emotionally constipated. You can't get your feelings out. You can't get your thoughts out. And now what? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That resentment starts to build.
But people aren't necessarily aware of that's happening. It's like, I made it through this one. I made it through that one. I made it through this one. But what you're really doing is packing that
Packing that
Packing
shit up.
that-
Packing that shit in. Packing up some shit.
what you realize is once you start getting it out, one, you feel better, but then that person understands you more. And really, what I've seen and learned recently is like that's part of the intimacy. It's like being able to be open and truthful, as rugged and raw as it might come out, but then being able to come back from it from the understanding. But I think a piece that we gotta continue to say is be conscious. So I'm pissed and I'm saying this shit. If you get out of hand, you got to be able to step back and say, look, I apologize for how it came out, but I needed you to understand this. I need you to hear this.
Yeah.
You need to be conscious in how you feeling. And like, shit, this is fucking bothering me. I need to say something, or it's going to just build up, and then I might do something that's not my character.
Yeah.
I think being conscious in how you're feeling, the anger you're feeling is, to me, the root of it all. And then you can make the decision or reaction after, response after.
Agreed. You got anything else you want to add, brother?
No, that was beautiful. Hey, man, dealing with frustration, let's not forget, just try praying also. If you believe in a higher power or anything, pray. Me, recently, been very frustrated with a lot of shit that's going on, right? So I've been praying a lot, letting things go. It's been working. And also, try one of your methods. I've been crying too. The shit work.
You're welcome, bro.
Shit work, man. You know, let that shit out. That diarrhea they were just talking about.
Yeah.
let it out. But yeah, man, praying and crying and praying and letting it go, man. And that shit been helping me.
Why do you feel like praying? And we can work toward the end. But why do you feel like praying helps?
Because it allows me to let it go, right? Because if I'm stressed about it, why the fuck am I praying about it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna continue to be frustrated, I shouldn't even be praying. You got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Right? Pray and let it go, or continue to be frustrated.
Especially if
it ain't no need of doing both. Yeah, I mean that's
yeah.
Say what
Like,
you said again.
I think if you religion based,
yeah.
that's definitely huge, because we were taught once you pray about it, you gotta let it go so God can put his hands on it. He can't deal with it with your hands on it too. So we were taught you gotta pull your hands off, right?
And it helps free my mind.
Yeah.
It helps let it go. All right, whatever happens,
God
it happens.
God
Yeah.
got
Right?
it.
It's in his will. This is it.
That's it.
But I gotta get it off me.
I think fighting against your humanity is not going to be. And I'm just thinking about the listener. It's not a one-time thing. Like I prayed and then I let it go. Because humans, your mind is what it is. Your mind. It's the consistency of really just like letting one finger off.
You're gonna continue to pray until you can let it all the way go.
Yeah.
This don't take one prayer.
But that's what I
right?
Some people hear
Which
like one scripture or one direction of theology, and they be like,
which is probably what you should do.
Yeah,
but we just don't. I don't work like that.
And I think as you get older and you get in practice, it happens a lot sooner, as anything in life. But to the normal youthful person, it's like, don't just do it one time and think your mind is gonna let it go.
One particular situation, man, it took probably about a month.
Yeah.
To where the shit was just getting to me that I was like, you know what? I have to let this go, or I'm not gonna be able to take it.
What was it?
Right? Life, motherfucker. Life. Life. But yeah,
he said one particular for
it was just that much. It was like, nah, I can't do this shit. I gotta take this shirt off. fuck that. Let me get this one.
Yeah.
And I've been rocking with
Nah,
this
no
shirt.
shirt.
Yeah, I've been
Back
rocking with
tat.
this shirt ever since. Fuck that.
Hey, that gotta be the thumbnail one day.
No, hell no. But
Oh, please.
That's gonna be the episode.
But yeah, man.
Hey, look. Would you rather go back and make another decision?
Hey, future.
I saw my
I can
future.
cover it up.
I gotta cover up. I gotta cover up.
Oh shit.
You gotta learn from your mistakes, man.
For sure.
That's also why I want to see the future
Hey, look,
too,
I'll learn. I'm gonna go back and correct them.
and die.
Shit happens.
So quick. Now, I know that was one of his coping mechanisms. Do you have anything that you use to cope?
Man, I hate the fact that it's the same thing, but I hate it because
Hate, I got the same answer. Shit.
no, I hate the fact that I pray when something's wrong. I really wish I could get so consistent in my prayer that I guess you would never know if something's wrong or right. But when shit is going wrong, I always return back to, and it's always in the morning when I'm driving to work, is praying. To try to let it go, to let God know, like, I know everything that you're working on inside of me is part of your plan. So I'm going to let whatever this feeling is, just let it go. Because I know you got me moving forward.
So why not make that just your consistent time with him?
That's what I need to, that's what I want to do. I just haven't followed through.
I got you.
And I guess that's part of my process is like, you don't change or do something different and then you do it forever the way that you changed. It's a consistently coming back and getting back on the road on the wheel or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's something I definitely, and shit, if y'all want to remind me, I'm cool with it because that's something I really want to commit myself to doing on a daily basis is taking some time out.
You be up too early. Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Pray on your
Hey, bro, I kind of hate when I text y'all at like 4 a.m.
I
It's
be
like,
up too though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I expect you to be up. But it's like, I got to get it off my head or shit, I'm going to get into something else and I might not remember.
It ain't coming back. Not with
I
your
know.
ass, yeah.
I be moving.
Once you get around that dirt and concrete and shit is over with.
I had my other boots on today. I was about to show y'all.
I thought you got the cute shoes on today, though,
Yeah,
nigga.
that was when I got back in the car.
Okay, all right. I feel it.
Out there sweating today.
I feel it.
I think the pause is a good one. I think meditation is a good one. I think prayer is always a good one. That's a quick go-to. But especially if in that moment, I think meditation is huge. Like I do.
Listen,
I tap my fingers.
I want to try meditation. And I tried it one day. Man, I was thinking about football season starting. It don't work for me.
Bro, I think you just let it go.
Yeah.
Wherever your mind goes.
Yeah. Like
you just do it.
Just let it go.
Because some people be like, my mind just be clear of everything and it just be like,
Man.
I feel like when niggas be meditating, it's just them and ocean sounds and they just walking on water. So I don't fucking know.
I think it's different for everybody.
I be having a band playing in my head and all kind of shit.
Bro, I say just let that shit ride.
Yeah.
I think part of it is just disconnecting from, you know what I'm saying, like your everyday thoughts. But it also can just be like just taking a moment for yourself.
Yeah.
Like it ain't necessarily got to be, let me go and sit in this room.
I'm going to make me a prayer closet.
Crisscross applesauce. And
I'm going to do that.
Doing all this. Yeah, it ain't
not that
shit.
I mean, but your prayer closet can be
your car.
In the car.
Yeah, that's usually where it's at.
Man, when you first pull into the garage, them 10 minutes.
Listen.
When you first pull in,
yeah,
like you can
first when you get to work, sit in the car.
You wanna know what's fun? It's crazy you say that. On my ride home, bro, it be sometimes I get home be like, damn,
how did I get home?
How the fuck did I get like? And this after work, daytime, but my mind just be
everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like, damn.
I'm gonna tell you something. I started doing meditation when I got cut from Toronto, and I would just sit there and I'd be like, what the hell is going on? But my mind would go all over the place. And then for some reason, I always came up with an epiphany. It'd be like, and it might be an epiphany for today. Yeah. Or it might be an epiphany, like Change Your Cleats was birthed on me sitting there in front of a fucking wall, eyes closed. And I was like, bro, that moment in my life, that pivot, that could be the pivot for the rest of my life. Use that and remember that. And I put it in an umbrella, and I put different things underneath that umbrella after I finished meditating. But it came from me just sitting still, just letting my mind do its thing.
Yeah. Well, I think we need more of that. Like, I think life can get crazy, so we feel like we don't have the time for it. But then when you really stop and think, you be having all kinds of time.
Hell yeah.
We be having all kinds of time.
I give too much of it to Instagram right now.
Yeah. I think we all
It's hard not to look at them big booty bitches.
I think we all got our vices.
It's easy when you don't follow them.
I think we all got our vices. But,
goddamn snitches.
we definitely got to make time to help our own mental. That's what it really comes down to.
That's a fact.
Like, you got to just make the time. Like, Eric, you be talking to people, you're like, man, you ever thought about going to therapy? Man, you ain't got time for that shit. You really got to make the time.
Yeah, you do.
Excuse me. Whether it's therapy, meditation, time to talk to God, and just let it off. Like I said, you be calling people, ain't nobody answering the phone. God be like, I'm making this time for us, my boy.
Yeah. Call me.
Masturbation works too.
Right on. You stack that right on prayer, huh? There you go. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
I really wanted to go into that, but yeah, we'll get up out of here.
We're going to have a conversation about that.
You agree. I know you do. You have to.
Mind clearer.
Hey, we might that might be a topic.
Yeah,
Bro.
absolutely.
Masturbation to stop crime. It done stop cheating. It done stop a lot of shit, man. I'm telling you.
Go by Dropping Dymes.
Dropping Dymes, yeah.
With a Y.
With a Y.
.com. I'm light skinned again.
Hey.
Go by
Stay in my
Instagram. Dropping Dymes Podcast. Man, go on, hit our Facebook page.
Hit the Facebook.
Hit us everywhere, man. We about to start getting this merch out. My man's is working on the merch.
Working. I need some of y'all input real quick when we get up.
Okay.
We got toasters coming. Dropping Dymes toasters. Dropping Dymes sneakers. Dropping Dymes fly swatters. Oh, sorry. And hats.
As you can see, he's drunk on wine. He's drunk on power. We appreciate y'all. We love
Dropping
y'all.
Dymes flashlights.
All love, baby.
All right,
see y'all later.
This how I'm feeling inside.